In SolidWorks, when you place a 3D model view onto a drawing sheet, the next step is dimensioning the drawing. Normally, for this, we use Smart Dimension to place dimensions manually. Now, the drawback of this method is that some dimensions can get missed, it takes extra time, and overall, it's not a very efficient workflow. So today, I'm going to share a much faster method with you, where we use feature-based dimensioning. For that, go to the Annotation tab and click on Model Items. After that, choose Feature Manager Design Tree. Now your tree will open here. First, click on the arrow next to the sheet, then click on the arrow next to Drawing View 1, and after that, click on the arrow next to the 3D model. Now the complete tree of your 3D model will open. From there, select the specific feature. For example, here I'll select the Revolve feature. As soon as you click on it, all the dimensions related to that feature will automatically appear on the drawing sheet. After that, simply click the OK button. So in this way, you can quickly place all the required dimensions automatically without missing any dimensions, and this method can save you a lot of time while creating drawings. In SolidWorks, sometimes we need a specific view that is not available inside the view palette. For that, first we need to open the 3D model and set the orientation according to the custom view that we want. After that, go to the View Manager, create a new view, give it a name, apply it, and click OK. Now return back to the drawing module, open the View palette, and click on the Refresh button. As soon as you click Refresh, your newly created custom view will appear inside the View palette. From there, you can simply drag and place that view onto your drawing sheet. While creating drawings in SolidWorks, sometimes we need to place edge-to-edge distance between circles instead of center-to-center distance. Normally, when we use Smart Dimension between two circles, SolidWorks automatically creates a center-to-center dimension. But if you want to change it to edge distance, simply click on the dimension, then go to Leaders, and inside the Arc condition, change it to maximum. As soon as you do that, the dimension will change from center to center to edge distance. Now here's a shortcut method for the same thing. Select Smart Dimension, then hold down the Shift key on your keyboard while placing the dimension. This will directly create the dimension as edge-to-edge distance without changing any settings manually. While working in the drawing module, sometimes the edge thickness of the model appears very thin, which makes it difficult to differentiate between the dimension lines and the model view lines. To solve this problem, we can increase the thickness of the model lines. For that, go to Options, then choose Document Properties, and after that select Line Font. Here, go to the thickness option and set it to 0.35, then click OK. Now you will notice that the lines of your model view have become thicker and much easier to identify. While working in the drawing module, sometimes we need to reuse a sheet format that we've already created. Instead of creating the same sheet format again from scratch, we can simply remove the old model, import a new model, place its views, and then add dimensions again. So here's how it works. First, delete the already placed drawing views. After that, go to the View palette and click on the cross button. This will remove the previously linked model. Now we need to import a new model. For that, click on the Browse button and locate the folder where your 3D model is saved. As soon as you import the required model, its drawing views will automatically start appearing inside the View palette. From there, you can simply drag and place the required views onto the drawing sheet, and then continue with the dimensioning process. In the SolidWorks drawing module, sometimes we need to write text along with a specific dimension. For that, first place the dimension normally. After that, click on the dimension, and inside dimension text, you can type whatever text you want. For example, I can write outer dia, then press enter and click OK. And just like that, the text will appear along with the dimension. Suppose you want to change the text style of a dimension and also modify its decimal places. For that, click on the dimension that you want to edit, then go to Other and uncheck Use Document Font. After that, click on Font, and from there you can easily change the font settings. And if you want to reduce the decimal places, simply set this option to None. Or if you want to keep one decimal place, you can set it to 1 decimal as well. Sometimes we need to delete only a specific portion of a drawing view. For example, if I want to delete this edge of the drawing and I directly press the delete button, the entire drawing view will get deleted. So what's the solution for this? The solution is very simple. Right-click on the drawing view and select Convert View to Sketch, then click OK. As soon as you do that, the drawing view will be converted into a sketch. After that, you can simply select and delete any line, edge, or circle individually without affecting the complete view. In the drawing module, while working, sometimes we need to apply hatch to a specific area. For example, let's say I want to apply hatch inside this particular area. For that, first I need to create a rectangle inside the sketch and place it like this. After that, I simply go back and click on Area Hatch. As soon as I click on Area Hatch, the hatch pattern will automatically be applied inside that selected area or boundary. When creating an assembly drawing, we often need to create a bill of materials. For that, we use balloons to display the component names or item numbers. Normally, after placing the balloons, we manually adjust and align their orientation one by one. Now, this method works, but it is a bit time-consuming and not very efficient. So now, I'm going to share a much faster method with you. For that, select the magnetic line option and place the line wherever you want. As soon as you bring the balloons close to this magnetic line, they will automatically snap and align with it, and you can place the magnetic line in any direction according to your requirement. Sometimes we need to break the alignment of a projected view so that we can move it freely somewhere else on the drawing sheet. Right now, this view can only move in alignment with its parent view because it is a projected view. So if you want to break that alignment, simply right-click on the projected view. Then go to Alignment and click on Break Alignment. As soon as you do that, the alignment relationship between both views will be removed. And now, you can place that view anywhere on the drawing sheet freely.